Hey everyone, Soundwave884 here with a third-party review, and today I'm taking a look at Hot Soldiers G1 Style Collector's Edition Spearhead Flyover Mountain and Spearhead Taxi. So this is their take on the mini-bots Cliffjumper and Hubcap, and this is their first side of the box. But I really prefer, they also have available, of course, Spy Officer Big Yellow Bee and Spy Officer Gold Flybug. Yeah. But at this side, but I really do like this side of the box because it is very G1-esque. I like that. And inside the box, what you will find is this clamshell packaging, and you'll have everything all laid up in there. Behind it, you will find instructions and cards, and we'll take a look at that in a second. Put this aside. You also find a little pack here with a little Lego dude and a red backpack, and we'll show that off in a second. And Lego dude says Spike Art 2018, and it's trademarked. But yeah, so I guess you want a little human to go with the guys. And then you also get some accessories, cannons, guns, backs, and we'll take all a look at that. And of course you get Flyover Mountain and Taxi, just Cliffjumper and Hubcap. Now I'll go ahead and lower the camera down. These guys are not very big. Now they are pretty much the exact same figure. The only thing different about them is the head sculpt. Everything is exactly the same with everything else. Even the accessories are all the same. And I'll show you with the backpacks. This is their normal backs. So just picture Cliffjumper with the red one, or sorry, Flyover Mountain. What you can do is their big huge cannons can plug in the back of that, and there's another peg on these, which can then go on here. So you gotta get this peg into here without this piece wanting to move on you too much. So you gotta get it's a little fiddly, I guess is the words. But Hubcap or Taxi here has a yellow backpack and a dark, I want to say black. I'll just call it black color, because his gun and his handgun are also the dark silver. They're like a dark silver, not necessarily black, but it's like a dark silver, dark gray. Whereas Flyover Mountain has the silver handgun, the silver cannon, a silver back, and of course the red back that is inside here, which I don't know, there's not enough space in the clamshell for all the backs. So I don't know if it was an afterthought, or like, hey, we better put someone in with the same color. I don't know. I don't know how that worked. Well, that's how that happened. And while they are definitely decent representations of the characters, I want to say I'm actually kind of displeased with them in a way. And I'll get to all that in a moment. Let's just put them to the side, and let's take a look at other accessories you get here. Not accessories, but just you get cards. It's just the box art. In the backs you get pictures of them, and then you get their tech specs. And these aren't like, they don't feel like cardboard or paper. It's almost like you have a credit card in your hand, like plastic. So they are nice, good quality on those. Then you get the instructions, which I do like. They're very G1-esque. What came with an 84 line. I do like that. And then you get the back side and show you what you can do with all the accessories. No, sorry, knapsack, large caliber gun, shoulder, and part 1. So yeah. And then of course shows off all the other ones you can also get. So we'll show off the large shoulder gun here with Hubcap. We'll take his little handgun out of his hand. And you see he's got the peg here. We'll just put it in his hand and apply it to straighten his arm out. So it can now fit over. There you go. And he's got his big cannon there. So he does balance well with it, doesn't tip him over or anything. So that is always a plus plus. Now I'll show off some scale with these guys. Here they are with the current line of Legends. Here is Tailgate and Bumblebee. Now when they do scale in robot mode, you will find a problem with them when they are in vehicular mode, as the scale then is just thrown way off. With these, now it might be in scale with their own line of figures, which is probably how they're intending. Now you can use these as replacements or stand-ins in your Hasbro collection, but they're probably more or less intending these to fit in with their own Hot Soldiers G1 style collections. Let's take a look at the bots themselves. Alright, articulation on these guys. Like I say, it's going to be the same for both figures. They do have ball jointed shoulders. So you got movement there, all the way around. They have ball jointed elbows. There is no bicep swivel, so the swivel comes out of the elbow. Yeah. There is no wrist swivel. There is no waist swivel. Now the waist does kind of collapse a little bit, so you get some kind of different kind of posing, articulation if you out of that if you want to. It's mainly just for transformation. And off his backpack off, or his knapsack off. He's got hips that are hindered in the front because of that waist piece, but you got it all the way in the back, or you can just knock his own knapsack off. There is a slight swivel, if you say. It's very limited. He's got a deep knee bend all the way to about 90 degrees. He's got ankle articulation, and that's mainly just due for transformation. There's no side to side, just front and back. That is transformational. Head, it's on this piece, so you can move up and down if you so desire. And of course, he has left and right movements. So that'll be the same for both figures. Take a look at Fly Over Mountains head sculpt, which I do think is a very, very good head sculpt for Cliffjumper. And then look at hubcaps, which I think they did a better job on, which is I think very excellent. There's no cartoon work to go on, just his like box art and the actual toy. And while I don't have the G1 toy anymore, he fell apart on me. You know, he just crumbled. I do have a G2 version, so you can take a look at it. Head. Now, it's not the right color, but you can see that I think they did a good job mimicking that. Now I do have a head for that. It's in a box somewhere where the pieces to my G1 hubcap are located. Now back to this. Now to transform this guy, like I said, his little knapsack fell off. You would remove that if you had that on. Take his gun, if you have a gun in the hand, out. Alright, to transform this guy, what you want to do is take this little windshield here, pull that forward. Then you want to take his elbows and bend them up, and then you want to swing them around back, just elbow. Now you want to push his head in like this, bring his whole piece up, because now you're going to take the arms and they're going to fold into his back. And that reveals his tires, which were on the way in. Push his head in, and then this is on a separate hinge. Hinge that back down, and then the bumper will line up with this piece and close this piece down. Till it clicks. There we go. To make sure it's down. Take his legs here. Take his feet. Fold it all the way down. You can see there's this red paint underneath. You know, fold this on both. You'll notice there is a tab on the bottom of one of his feet that will kind of just notch in there. They don't really lock. But you want to fold it down, and then you want to just get his feet to go back up to here with that red piece showing, you see. And there's this little thin piece here that will catch in here. And let's do the same on the other leg. I pretty much tend to do it together, but mine, because they don't lock in, it just comes apart. There you go. It is transformed. Just make sure the little notches here get behind the doors. And there is Flyover Mountain or Cliffjumper. Now, I do say it is a good representation of a Cliffjumper. Now, like I say, this is where it gets a little out of scale with your current Hasbro generation. As you can see in vehicle mode, he does not scale with your Hasbro generation. So if you were like, well, they have made a new Cliffjumper, I want one for my Hasbro Legends class. You can see this guy is not going to fit the bill in vehicle mode. I mean, he is a lot smaller. He's almost more in scale in vehicle mode with the old style. Because you see in robot mode, he does expand. He does fit the scale in robot mode, and which is probably the mode he's going to stay in 99.9% of the time anyway. So, while that's a little disappointing, like I said, they probably made it in scale in this mode to fit with their line of figures, not for you to throw in with your Hasbro. But it's just a benefit or a plus side that you can put this in with your current Hasbro Legends collection. Like I said, that will only really work in robot mode. Overall, they are nice figures. I would say that actually, for the price you're going to pay for these, they feel cheaper than the current Legends Hasbros. I'll put it this way. In robot mode, these guys feel a lot more sturdy and have I don't think they have more articulation. They just feel like the better figure. I just wish I could get a Cliffjumper updated into, like, come on Hasbro, why haven't you? Seriously. Didn't have one since the old generations, what, through 30? All was it. Of course, when they do it, it's just Bumblebee repainted with the same head. I mean, at least give us a new head. At least this company gave us a new head. I wouldn't say that I'm, surprised by what I got. I would say it was not up to my expectations of what I thought I was getting. But, overall, they're still good manufactured figures, and the quality is, it's good. I just, people complain about Hasbro being hollow. I know these are hollow, but it's for transformation. This is the purposes, and they did give you a back filler, kind of, and a knapsack, which will help to fill in and cover some of this gappiness. The figures look really good. They are very well sculpted. They come with plenty of accessories, and they will help fill out your mini bot collection. Anyway, thanks for watching. Till next one. Peace out.